Yes, till now we have discussed about tax-free income. In the last class, we have discussed about tax-free income. Under that, we know what are the different categories of income which are tax-free, like agricultural income, share of income from HUF, that is individual is treated separately and partner is treated separately, like share of income from partnership firm. Similarly for HUF treated separately, members treated separately, leave travel concession exempt up to the expenses incurred by the employee. So these and all we have discussed in the last class about tax free income, chapter number 3. Then there is a separate concept called death cum retirement gratuity. So under gratuity, so what do you mean by gratuity? Gratuity means it is a lump sum amount or it is an installment based amount. Usually it is a lump sum amount. Lump sum amount given to the employee on his retirement. Whenever the employee retires, he will get one lump sum amount from the company. So it may be a employee may be of two category. One is a government employee and one more is non-government employee. In the case of government employee, gratuity is fully exempt from tax. That means whatever the amount the employee is getting on that, there is no tax is charged. But in the case of non-government employee, what happens? Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972 applies. So what is that Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972? So there are two cases. One is covered under Payment of Gratuity Act and second is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. So now first case comes non-government employee who is covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. So under that case, gratuity received is exempt to the least of the following. So these three conditions are specified. So we need to see these three conditions. See this. Employees covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. First condition, 15 days salary based on the last drawn salary for each years of completed service or part thereof in excess of 6 months, or statutory limit. Before it was 10 lakh, but for now covered it is 20 lakh, or actual amount of gratuity received. Among these three, whichever is less is exempt, remaining is taxable. So this is very clear. This is a rule for non-government employee covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. Then we discussed about one problem. Before that, we need to know salary means what. When it is covered under Gratuity Act, salary means basic plus DA. Very, very important. It does not include DP, dearness pay, even if it is considered for retirement benefit, or even if commission is given as a fixed percentage of turnover also, that is not included. Only we should consider basic and DA, and number of working days in a month is considered as 26. Okay, and we want 15 days salary already. So what we need to do? 15 by 26. 15 divided by 26 and completed years of service. And this we have discussed in the previous class. Completed years of service. That is, suppose employee served in one particular institution for 25 years 7 months. So in that case, that 7 month is treated as 1 year. Why? Because in this they have mentioned part thereof in excess of 6 months considered as 1 year. So 25 years 7 month means it is 26 year in the case of employee covered under Payment of Gratuity 1972. Yes. Then we discussed one problem. That recorded video is already provided in the group. Then second income, second case is non-government employees not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. For this, again there are three conditions. Again there are three conditions. Among that, least is exempt. That means on that whatever the amount you get as a least, on that there is no tax. What are those three conditions? See this. First one, half month's salary for each years of completed service calculated on the basis of average salary for 10 months immediately preceding the month of his death, retirement or termination of service. So in the case of covered, we are talking about last drawn salary. But in the case of not covered under payment of gratuity act, we are talking about average salary of 10 months preceding the month of retirement. That means in the case of gratuity calculation, what happens? We are excluding the month of retirement. Suppose employee retires on March, so March month is excluded and remaining month we need to do the calculation. But in the case of earned leave encashment, what happens? We need to include the retirement month also. That is the difference between gratuity and earned leave encashment. That about earned leave encashment we are going to discuss in the later part of this chapter. So now first condition we have seen. Then second condition is 10 lakh being statutory limit. For covered statutory limit is 20 lakh. For not covered statutory limit is 10 lakh. An amount of gratuity received, that is nothing but actual amount of gratuity received, that is same for both the condition. Whatever the gratuity amount is there, that you are going to write. And section for gratuity is 10 clause 10. Section for gratuity is section 10 clause 10 under payment of gratuity act of 1972. Yes, and for this purpose, for not covered, what do you mean by salary? We need to see. For covered, salary means basic plus DA. For covered, salary means basic plus DA. For not covered, non-government employee, salary means only basic. You should not take DA, DP or commission unless and otherwise stated in the problem. What do you mean by unless and otherwise stated in the problem? That means they will give in the problem if it enters the retirement benefit. So in that case, you should consider DA also. Then any other thing it is given enters the retirement benefit, that also you need to consider. Then commission. What about commission? When the commission is paid as a fixed percentage of turnover achieved during the last 10 months, it is also be included in the case of not covered. Yes, very clear. Now, after that, where the employee has received the gratuity in the earlier year from his employer, suppose he has received the gratuity worth 50,000 in the previous year. Such a gratuity shall be reduced from statutory limit. That means what? Suppose statutory limit is 10 lakh, from that you are going to deduct 50,000 if earlier received gratuity is mentioned in the problem. Yes, then after this we have seen one more problem about not covered we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss problem number 3. Everyone see this carefully. Problem number 3. Akash retires from service on 28th February of the previous year after serving 30 years, 6 months and 4 days. He received 2,60,000 as a gratuity. His last drawn salary basic was 13,000. DA fixed, they have mentioned 1,000. Annual increment 200 falls due in January. Compute taxable gratuity if he is covered under payment of gratuity act. Second one, he is not covered under payment of gratuity act. So in this problem, if you see carefully, what is the month of retirement? That is February 28. So now can you tell me whether February month is included for gratuity calculation? Can you tell me now whether it is included for gratuity calculation? He retired in the month of February. That means whether it is included February month?
No.
No, it is not included. So excluding February, we need to see the previous month. That is very clear. Next one, serving for 30 years, 6 months, 4 days means in the case of covered, what is the year of service you are going to take? Whether it is 30 or 31, can you tell me? Whether it is 30 or 31? Sharan, whether it is 30 or 31? Anvit? Yes?
30.
30. Why it is 30? Can you tell me why it is 30? For covered, what is the condition? For covered, what is the condition? First condition, 15 days salary
Should be
based on
ignored.
last drawn salary for completed years of service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So what do you mean by part thereof? Part thereof means whatever is given in the question in excess of 6 months. In this question what they have given 6 months 4 days. That means what? It is above 6 months. So that anything in excess of 6 months we are going to consider it as 1 year. So for covered here number of years of service is 31. 31. We need to take into consideration 31 year as a number of years of service. Yes. After that, his last drawn salary is 13,000 given. So can you tell me whether that is 13,000 with increment or without increment? Can you tell me by seeing the question whether that 200 is included in 13,000 or should we add? Can you tell me?
Yes, it's included.
It is included. It is included. Why? Because increment falls due on January. This last drawn salary is given for the month of February. Yes, that is why it is already included. Annual increment is already included. DA is fixed at 1000. So here, whether DA enters the retirement benefit under first case, can you tell me whether DA enters the retirement benefit, Suraksha? Can you tell me? Yes, anyone?
Can you repeat?
Whether DA enters the retirement benefit in the case of non-government employee covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. Yes, Narasimha.
No, I will.
So, answer is yes. Answer is yes. Why? Because here salary means what? First thing we need to see the rules. Salary means what? Under first case, salary
No,
means
yes.
what? Salary means basic
Basic
plus
salary.
DA. That means what? DA enters. DA enters. So we should consider basic plus DA. Okay. Yes. So now we will solve the first case. See this. First case is covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act. So answer solution part. First one covered under the Act. Salary means basic plus DA. Already we have discussed. In excess of 6 months taken as 1 year. That also we have discussed. That means here year of service is not 30, 31 because it is above 6 months considered as one complete year. 30 plus 1, 31. So now computation of gratuity, like this you need to do 3 columns, particular and 2 amount column. First thing you need to write is gratuity received. What is the gratuity received given in the question? 2,60,000. 2,60,000 is our gratuity. That is why it is written in the outer column. Now, less from the gratuity received, we need to deduct several things. What are the things we need to deduct? That is nothing but the rules. What is the rules? Rules, just now we have discussed the rules. Rules for covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. See this. This is a rule. This is a rule. So first condition we need to see here, that is, see this, gratuity received. Okay, here they have written gratuity received. So anyway you can write gratuity received first also you can write, or third condition also you can write. So here first condition gratuity received, same thing, whatever the amount you got as a gratuity, same thing you need to write in the inner column. Second one, statutory limit. Statutory limit for the covered employee under Payment of Gratuity Act is 20 lakh. For not covered it is 10 lakh. So you need to remember the difference also. Third one, 15 days salary on the basis of last drawn salary for each years of completed service. So here we want salary first. What is the salary given in the question? What is the salary? What is the salary given in the question? Can you tell me? What is the salary given in the question?
13,000.
13,000. Yes. But here salary means what? Here salary means what? Yes. Salary means what, Anuj? Yes. Salary means what?
Basic plus D.
Basic plus DA. Basic plus DA. That is why here our salary answer is not 13,000. 13,000 plus 1,000. See this? 13,000 plus 1,000. That is 14,000 is our salary. See this? That is why here written 14,000. 14,000 is our salary into we want 15 days salary. That is why into 15 divided by 26. Why 26? Why 26 divided by? Can you tell me why 26?
Calculation purpose, we take 26 days in a month.
Yes. Here 26 means number of working days in a month. So in a month usually there will be 30 or 31 days. So 5 Sundays we will exclude. 4 or 5 Sundays we will exclude. So remaining days in a month is 26. So that is a basic assumption. So 26, that is why divided by 26. 15 by 26 into number of completed years of service. Here completed years of service is 30 plus 1, 31. So if you do the calculation, you will get 2,50,385. So now what you are going to do is among these three, you need to see which is least or which is the lowest balance. Which is least? Least amount is C. That is 15 days salary amount is least among the three. That is 2,50,385. So you write it in the outer column. This 2,50,385 is exempt from tax. That means on the 2,50,385 there is no tax. On the remaining amount there is a taxation. So how to calculate the taxable gratuity? From the gratuity received 2,60,000 minus the least amount 2,50,385. So remaining amount 9,615 is our taxable gratuity. When a non-government employee is covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. Any doubt regarding this one? You can ask me. Any doubt regarding this one? First case covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. Narsimha, Pragati, Anvit, Hanumanta, Anuj, Suraksha, Sharan. Any doubt regarding
No, sir.
this? You can
No,
ask.
sir.
No doubt?
No, sir. No, sir. No doubt.
Anvit, yes. What about Pragati? Suraksha? Have you understood? Understood, right? Sharan? Yes. Hanumanta? See, now after the first case, now we need to see the second case. See this in the question they have asked two calculation. One is covered, now second one is not covered. So now we are going to solve the second case when non-government employee is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. So now what do you mean by salary? Very important. When he is not covered, what do you mean by salary? Can you tell me? Anyone? Can you tell me? What do you mean by salary?
Basic plus DA.
No, wrong. That is for covered.
Basic plus D plus commission.
That is for covered.
Basic.
Only basic.
Basic plus D plus commission.
No. Answer is only basic. See, for not covered, answer is only basic. Salary means only basic. That commission and other things are considered only if they say if it enters the retirement benefit. So anywhere in the problem, if it is given that it enters the retirement benefit or 50% is taken for retirement purpose, then you need to consider DA, a DP, then a commission, etc. So now in this question, let us see what they have given. They said DA fixed. So whether you are going to take DA now? Are you going to take DA now?
No, sir. No,
No.
sir.
Why? Because they have given fixed amount. They have nothing. They have not mentioned about retirement benefit. So no. DA you should not consider for the second case. Then one more thing. If you see here about annual increment. And in the second case, we know what is the rule for second case. First main condition is what? Can you tell me? What is the rule? Can anyone tell me the rule for not covered employees? Three conditions are there. Can anyone tell me?
Rupees first one is gratuity actually received.
Yes.
Then 20 lakh. No, 10 lakh. 10 lakh.
10 lakh. Yes. 10 lakh.
Then, sir, half month salary.
Ah.
Uh, Based on the last 10 months average salary.
Yes. See,
For completed year of service, and if the year is like 6 months, 30 years, 6 months, then we have to ignore the 6 months.
yes, correct, correct. So your rule is half month salary based on average salary of last 10 month, average salary of last 10 month, excluding the month of retirement. That is also very important. Excluding the month of retirement or death. Yes, for each completed years of service. And part thereof in excess of 6 months is not there. For second case, part thereof is not there means what? 30 years, 7 months. 7 months is ignored. 7 months is ignored and only 30 years is taken. But in the case of first condition, first case, if we see 30 years, 7 months means 31 we have taken. But here we need to take only 30. More than 6 we should ignore unless and until it is fully given as completed years of service. That is why now we'll see. Now we'll see the calculation for the second case. See, it is not covered under the act. So first one, salary means average salary of last 10 months prior to the month of retirement. Very clear that we have discussed. Now, DA is to be excluded unless and otherwise stated. That means you should not consider DA also. Very clear. Yes. After this, part of the year is ignored. That is also very important. Anything above 6 months is ignored. Yes. Now we want, after knowing all these conditions, now we want working note. Working note for computation of average salary for 10 months. So how to calculate the average salary for 10 months? So now first one, if you see the question, February is not there. Why? Because February is a month of retirement. That is why February is not there. So January there is an increment. You know January there is an increment. So in the month of January, what is his salary? Can you tell me? For the month of January, what is his salary? Can you tell me?
13,000.
13,000. Yes. For the month of December, what is his salary?
12,800.
12,800.
Yes, yes, correct. For the month of December, 12,800. For January, 13,000. Why? Because 2,000 increased in January. Anuj, have you understood? See, that's what we are talking about here. Annual increment of 200 falls due in January. That means in the month of January, 13,000 salary and all other previous month, December, November, October and all 12,800. 12,800. That is why here average salary calculation, very, very important. Computation of average salary for 10 months with increment. First thing is with increment for the month of January. 13,000 into 1 because that 200 is already included. 13,000 itself. Next, without increment before January. Before January means from where you are going to calculate 9 months. 9 months means how you are going to see. First 3 months you exclude April to December. Without the increment, April to December, 12,800. Why 12,800? Increment falls due at the beginning of every new year. That is January. Yes, that is why 12,800 into 9. That is 1 lakh 15,200. Answer is 1 lakh 15,200. Now we want a total salary. Total salary for last 10 months, excluding the month of retirement. So how to get the total? 13,000 plus 1 lakh 15,200. That is total 1 lakh 28,200. Now after getting the total salary for last 10 months, now we want average salary. How to take average? Number of month divided by number of month. That is 1 lakh 28,200 divided by 10. Divided by 10 if you do, you will get 12,820. 12,820, that is average salary for last 10 months. Whether this is sufficient for us, whether this information is sufficient or further there is a calculation. Can you tell me whether this is sufficient or whether there is a further calculation? 12,820 is the average salary of last 10 months, but it is not over. Again there is a calculation. How? We want half month salary.
Yes, sir. Half month.
Yes, yes. Half month salary means on the average salary of last 10 months, you need to take again divided by 2. Again divided by 2 you need to do because we want half month salary. Yes. Then after that you need to multiply with the number of years of service. Number of years of service. So now let us see this. See, computation of gratuity when is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. First one, gratuity received is same for both the case. That is 2,60,000 given in the question. Less. Section is very important. Exempt under section 10 clause 10. Each of the following. First is actual amount of gratuity received. That is same 2,60,000. Statutory limit, there is a difference. For not covered it is 10 lakh, for covered it is 20 lakh. Then third condition is very important, that is half month salary based on average salary of last 10 months excluding the month of retirement for each years of completed service. So now how to get the half month salary? We got average salary of last 10 months, that is 12,820 divided by 2. Divided by 2. Divided by 2, if you do, you'll get one amount into 30. Why 30? Just see the this one. 30 years, 6 months, 4 days. 30 years, 6 months, 4 days. So 6 months, 4 days are excluded in the second case. Only 30. In the first case, it is included. That is why 31. So there is a difference. Yes. So if you multiply now, you will get one answer. What is that answer? 12,820 divided by 2 into 30. That is 1,92,300. Now, after knowing the all three amount, you need to see which is least. Among these three, which is the minimum amount, lowest amount? Lowest amount is C. 1,92,300 is the lowest amount. So, lowest amount you write in the outer column. So, this amount is exempt. No tax on 1,92,000. So, we want taxable gratuity. Taxable amount. How to get taxable amount? Gratuity received minus exemptable amount. 2,60,000 minus 1,92,300, that is 67,700 is a taxable gratuity. Yes. So now if you see taxable gratuity under not covered is 67,000, under covered it is 9,615. So which is beneficial for the SSE? Can you tell me which is beneficial for the SSE? Which is beneficial for the SSE? Covered or not covered?
No, sorry.
Tell me. Which is beneficial for the SSE? Covered or not covered?
Covered, I guess.
Yes, covered is beneficial for the SSE. Why? Because in the case of covered, tax liability is less. See this. In the case of covered, tax liability is less. That is 9,615. In the case of not covered, tax liability is more. That is 67,700. That is why covered is beneficial in this particular problem. So any doubt regarding this problem? Any doubt regarding this problem? Anuj, are you there, Anuj? Anvit, Anumanta,
Yes, sir.
any doubt regarding this particular problem?
No, sir.
Anuj, are you having any doubt? Hanumanta, Narasimha, Prakati, Suraksha? No. Anuj is saying no. That means now if I ask any question, Anuj will answer. Anything. Yes. That we'll check in the next class. I will check. Okay, Anuj. Yes. So I will check whether you know the rules or not. Yes. So now we need to discuss one more problem. That is problem number 4. See, problem number 4. Till now we have discussed 3 problems. So problem number 4, very important. See this. Avinash retired from service on 30th November 2017 after serving for 25 years and 6 months. His basic was 8,000 on 1/1/2017 and annual increment of rupees 250 falls due on 1st July of every year. Okay. So now, yes, he gets 30% of his basic as a DA. During the year, he also received a commission of 1% on the sales turnover of 20 lakh achieved during the last 10 months prior to the month of retirement. Okay. DA is considered for retirement benefit. Avinash received gratuity of 2,30,000. Earlier, he had received 25,000 as gratuity, which was then exempt. You are required to compute taxable gratuity. There are two cases. One is covered under Payment of Gratuity Act, and second is not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act. So now, by seeing this question itself, this question comes for 8 mark. 8 mark question. Yes. So now by seeing the question itself, now you should analyze now. Yes. So who is SSC? SSC is Avinash. When he retired on November, whether November is included? First question. Whether November is included? Can you tell me? Whether November is included?
No, sir.
No.
5 months.
Yes, November is not included. Next, after serving for 25 years, 6 months. So for the covered calculation, what is the number of years of service for covered calculation? Can you tell me whether it is 25 or 26?
25.
Are you sure? 25?
It's exactly 6 months, no, sir.
Yes.
It's not more than 6 months.
Yes, correct answer. 25. So 25, because here they have given exactly 6 months. Even if it is 6 month 1 day, what happens? In that case, it is 26. 6 month 1 day in the first condition. That is for the covered employee I am talking. 6 month 1 day, if it is given 26, it will become. But here they have given only 6 months. That is why it is 25 years. Basic is given 8,000. Okay. So annual increment 250 falls due on 1st July of every year. That means what? Whether 250 is included in the basic, can you tell me on 1/1/2017? Whether it is included?
Yes.
No. How it is included? Can you tell me? See, basic is given on January. Basic is given on January. That is 1/1 January 2017. But the increment falls when due. That is 1st July. That means what? 8,250 is not included. 250 is not included in 8,000. You can add 250 only after, that is July. July, August, September, October, you can add 250 to the 8,000. Before that, only 8,000. Whether this is clear? Yes. So after that, he gets 30% of basic as a DA. So are you going to take a DA in the first case?
No.
Yes. Why? Because salary means basic plus DA. Even if DA information just they have given, you need to consider DA. First case you should consider DA. What about second case? Not covered. Are you going to consider DA?
Yeah, we have to consider.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Because
No.
here, somewhere here,
Yes,
they
sir.
have again they have given DA is considered for retirement benefit. That means for the both the cases, you need to consider DA. What do you mean by DA? Dearness allowance. Okay. Commission they have given 1% on the sales turnover of 20 lakh achieved during the last 10 months prior to the month of retirement. Are you going to consider commission in the first case? Can you tell me now?
No, no.
First case no commission. What about second case? Not covered.
Yes, we have to consider. We
Second
have to
case,
consider.
you have to consider because they have given commission as a fixed percentage, 1% on sales turnover. That too specifically during the last 10 months. That means you need to consider for the second case, not covered. For the first case covered, you should not consider. Yes. Avinash received gratuity. That is nothing but gratuity amount is given. Total gratuity received by Avinash for the both the case it is same. Covered as well as not covered. That is 2,30,000. Earlier he had received 25,000 gratuity, which was then exempt. Okay, what you are going to do now? What is the adjustment for this one? Can you tell me? Earlier he had received 25,000 as a gratuity, which was then exempt means what?
We have to less from the current year exemption. Like, that is 20 lakh.
Yes, yes, correct.
Um,
For covered, you need to deduct from statutory limit. That is 20 lakh. And for not covered, again you need to deduct from statutory limit. That is 10 lakh. Yes, you need to deduct this amount, 25,000. Compute taxable gratuity. There are two cases. Now we will discuss first case. Answer part first case covered under payment of gratuity act. Salary means we have already told basic plus DA. Now, very important. What is the condition for covered employee? What is the condition for covered employee? Can you tell me the condition for covered employee?
statutory limit 20 lakh.
Yes.
Gratuity actually received and 15 days salary based on last drawn salary.
Hmm. Yes.
And we have to take that 6 months. If
Yes, yes.
more than
Correct.
6 months,
Yes. So here main rule is 15 days salary based on last drawn salary for each years of completed service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So that is a very important condition because for the second case it is average of last 10 months. Here we are considering for the first case last drawn salary. Now let us see. Last drawn salary means what we are talking about. We are talking about the salary for the month of October. Why? Because November is retirement month, it is excluded. Can you tell me the October month salary now? Can you tell me the October month salary by seeing this information? Whether it is 8,000 or 8,250.
8,250.
Yes, 8,250. Why? From July there is increment. That is why 8,250 is our salary. And you know salary for this purpose basic plus DA. That means what? On that salary you need to take 30%. On 8,250 you need to take 30%. See this 30% you need to take. How to take 30%? What is the answer? 8250 into 30 you will, if you do, you will get 2,475. 2,475 is your DA and salary is 8,250. Yes. And years of service, in this question they have given just exactly 6 months. And here part of service does not exceed 6 months. That is why years of service is taken as 25 only. 25 only is a years of service. Yes, not 26. So computation of taxable gratuity, you need to do the format, 3 column. First one gratuity received, you know that is given in the question. 2,30,000. Gratuity received is given. See this. 2,30,000. Next, let's exempt under section 10 plus 10 least of the following. First one gratuity received. Same thing you need to write 2,30,000. Whatever you write in the outer column, same thing you need to write in the inner column. Yes. Next, statutory limit. Statutory limit for covered, you know, 20 lakh. but there is a earlier gratuity. Earlier he has received some gratuity which was then exempt, so that gratuity you need to deduct from statutory limit. At 25,000 you need to deduct from statutory limit 20 lakh minus 25,000. If you do 19 lakh 75,000, 19 lakh 75,000 is a statutory limit. Then third condition, very important, 15 days salary based on last drawn salary for each years of completed service or part thereof in excess of 6 months. So salary for this purpose we know basic plus DA. Salary includes increment, that is 250. So 8,000 plus 250, 8,800, 8,000 plus 250, 8,250 you will get. Then DA 30% of 8,250, that is nothing but 2,475. So total salary is basic plus DA 10,725. 10,725 is a total salary. Now we want a 15 days salary, that is why into 15. We want 15 days salary, that is why into 15 divided by 26. Why divided by 26? Because there's a number of working days in a month, divided by 26 into 25. Completed years of service 25. If you do this calculation, you will get one amount, that is 1,54,688. So now after knowing all three amount, you need to see which is least. Among these three, which is least? C condition is least, that is 1,54,688 is least, so that is exempt. We want taxable gratuity. From gratuity received you deduct the exemptable amount, so you will get taxable gratuity as 75,312. 75,312 is taxable under first case when the non-government employee covered under Payment of Gratuity Act of 1972. Yes. Now we have done half of the problem. Any doubt regarding this one? Any doubt? Anything you want to ask regarding this one? Any doubt regarding this one?
No, sir.
Anvit, Anumanta, Anuj, Suraksha, Pragati.
No, sir.
Yes, see, after doing the first case, now we need to see for second case. Yes, Pragati is saying no. Yes, so now we need to see the second case. See now, not covered under the act. Second case is not covered under the act. So now it is very clear. Not covered under the act. Salary means only basic. Salary means only basic. You can add DA and commission. You can add DA and commission only when it is given in the question. That is, in this question they have maintained DA enters the retirement benefit. That is why we are going to add DA. That is why we are going to add DA. And for commission, why we are going to add commission? Because this commission is achieved during the last 10 month sale before the retirement, and fixed percentage. Here fixed percentage. See, this 1% is given, fixed percentage. That is why we are going to add commission also. So now what is our salary? When it is not covered, salary means basic plus DA plus the commission paid as the percentage of turnover. So now we want calculation for average salary. Average salary for last 10 months prior to the month of retirement is considered. In the first case, we considered only last drawn salary. Last drawn salary we considered. Here we have considering average salary of last 10 months. So how to calculate average salary for last 10 months? When he retired in the month of November. So increment falls due on 1st July. So very important, with the increment how many months are there? Can you tell me by seeing the question, with the increment how many months are there?
4, sir. We have to
4.
exclude November.
Yes. Yes. So
4.
4. Yes, correct. Because July is increment is there. August increment is there. September increment is there. October increment is there. November retired month. So November is not there. Exclude. So July to October, that is with the increment. That means what? Our salary is 8,000 plus 250. 8,000 plus 250. Without increment, how many months? Without increment, how many months?
6.
6 months. 4 months with increment, without increment 6 months. That is why now while calculation of average salary for last 10 months, first one basic with the increment. Basic with increment, that is 8,000 plus 250, 8,250 into 4. Why 4? Because July to October 4 months. That is 33,000. Next basic without increment. Basic without increment, that is 8,000 into 6. Why 8,000 into 6? Because in this before July there was no increment. Before July there was no increment, that is from January to June. January to June, no increment. That is why 250 is not included. Only 8,000 you should consider. 8,000 into 6, that is 48,000. So total salary for last 10 months is 81,000. Total salary for last 10 months is 81,000. Now we are considering only salary. Now next we want DA also, because DA enters retirement benefit. DA enters retirement benefit. That is why 30% of basic. DA is 30% of basic given in the question. If you see the question, he gets 30% of his basic as a DA given. That is why you need to take 30% from basic. Basic we know 81,000 for 10 months. So DA you know you receive for every month. That is why very simple, from 81,000 you take 30%. DA answer is 24,300. So after this, now we got salary and DA. Now we want commission. What about commission? Commission they have given in the question. If you see the question, commission 20 lakh on sales turnover of 20 lakh, 1% commission. So 20 lakh into 1%. You need to do 20 lakh into 1%. Yes, we have done here. So commission amount you will get is 20,000. Commission is also included. So total salary for last 10 months excluding the month of retirement, that is 81,000 plus DA 24,300 plus commission 20,000 is equal to 1,25,300. That is our total salary for last 10 months excluding the month of retirement. But we want average salary. We want average salary. How to take average salary? We want average salary for 10 months. So divided by 10. This answer divided by 10. 1,25,300 divided by 10. If you do, you will get 12,530. This is our average salary for last 10 months. Yes. After doing average salary calculation, now we need to do the format, that is computation of taxable gratuity. Computation of taxable gratuity. Now we'll see gratuity received is same for both the cases. That is 2,30,000 is same for both the cases. Plus exempt under section 10 clause 10 list of the following. There are three conditions. First is gratuity received. So that is 2,30,000. And section is very important, that is section 10 clause 10. Statutory limit is 10 lakh. Statutory limit is 10 lakh. Why? Because he is not covered under payment of gratuity act. And 25,000 gratuity was exempt than previous year gratuity. That is why you are going to deduct from statutory limit. 10 lakh minus 25,000 if you do, 9,75,000 you will get as statutory limit. Then third condition, half month salary based on average salary of last 10 months for completed years of service excluding the month of retirement. So how to get half month salary? We know average salary of last 10 months 12,530 divided by 2. 12,530 divided by 2, if you do, you will get half month salary into completed years of service. In this question, if you see completed years of service, 25 years, 6 months, 6 months is ignored, only 25 you need to take. So 25 is a completed years of service. Yes, so after doing all the calculation, what is the amount you are getting? 1,56,625. Now among these three, which is least? 2,30,000, 9,75,000, 1,56,625. Least is C answer. C answer is least. That is 1,56,625. Write it in the out column. This amount is exempt from tax. There is no tax on 1,56,000. But what is the taxable gratuity? We want taxable gratuity. From gratuity received 2,30,000 minus amount exempt from tax 1,56,625. Remaining amount is taxable, that is 73,375. So if you see this here, not covered taxable gratuity is 73,000. For covered taxable gratuity is 75,000. In this case, in this particular problem, it is beneficial to the employee or SSE. Not covered. Not covered is beneficial to the SSE in this particular problem. Yes. So this is about this problem.